your seat.
Radhika singing is
Very good.
why you close? Put in the back. Yes. All the books. Okay, that's it. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Please take your seats. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanshalaakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaur Krishna Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vrindai Tulasi Devai Priyaye Keshavasacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, no more water. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If anyone needs water, you can have now. And just give you 45 minutes to give a lecture. Anyone needs water? And go water. Yes, go ahead. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. What are you doing? Why change it?
Camera was pointing this way?
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 cameras this way pointing.
Pointing me. Okay. First of all, big clap for the host. They wanted to have a program, Kirtan and Katha, to bless this house with all auspiciousness. And all auspiciousness comes when there is a gathering of devotees and collectively everyone singing, dancing and chanting, hearing and speaking about the pastimes of Krishna. Today is very auspicious day. It's called Sita Navami. We all heard about Ram Navami. When Lord Shri Ram took birth on Navami. Similarly, Shri Sita Devi also, she took birth on Navami. So this tithi, this day is a very auspicious day. And I think that's why Purnima chose this day to have this program. The birth of Sita Devi. Sita Devi. Especially in India and many other places in Guyana, Trinidad, Fiji, Suriname, all these islands, people are very familiar of Ram Leela, very fond of Ram Leela in fact. And in India, everyone knows from childhood the details of Ram Leela. But there are so many insight of the pastimes of Shri Ram. Keval Madhav Pujeso Ajnani. How we have to worship the Supreme Lord, not without His potency. if anyone worship Krishna without his potency Radharani, then the worship is incomplete. Similarly, if anyone worship Lord Narayan without Lakshmi and Lord Shri Ram without Sita Devi, then is incomplete. The completeness of their worship, of their puja, happens when the potent is worshipped with the potency. So, Maryada Purushottam, Shri Ram, who shown the complete Maryada, the conduct, the ideal conduct to this world, is not alone performing his pastimes. He came with his consort, Shri Sita Devi. Today is the appearance of Shri Sita Devi. We are going to hear few of her glories, her pastimes. So, birth of Sita Devi happened where? Janakpur, which is very close to Nepal, the border of India. That's the birthplace of Shri Sita Devi. And the ruler, the king, Janak Maharaj, just like the father of Lord Ram, Dashrath Maharaj. Dashrath means whose glories were spread in 10 directions, who was so famous and very, very powerful that his glories were spread in 10 directions, Dashrath. Similarly, another king called Janak Maharaj, very pious, very learned, and one of the 12 Mahajans. Janak Maharaj is very, very intellectual. He knows all the scriptures and always advise everyone follow the path of dharma, the religion. There are 12 Mahajans. We heard the other day, Swayambhu, Narad, Shambhu, Kumar, Kapilo, Manu, Prahlad, Janaka, Bhishma, Bali, Vyasaki, Vayam. Among these 12 Mahajans, means great devotees, Janak Maharaj is very prominent. And he was very sad and morose because there was no shower, there was no rain in his kingdom. And everyone was starving, there was a drought. He asked his Gurudev and other great saintly people, what I am supposed to do, because I am king. And king means I am father to all my subjects. And that was the time when the kings, they were taking the subjects and their children and maintaining them, sustaining them with all, not just with the necessities, but also with spiritual matters too. Performing yajnas, performing austerities, devotional practices, building temples, lecturing. Even the kings, they used to lecture on the scriptures. So that was the system. And this happened in Treta Yuga. So Janak Maharaj, very pious king, but he was sad because subjects, his people, they were suffering because of drought. There was no rain. So he asked his spiritual master and other spiritual leaders, what I am supposed to do to maintain my subjects, what I am supposed to do. And the idea came, Janak Maharaj, if you take a plow and work on the fields, because it's drought, Mother Earth is dry. If you do this, then Mother Earth, she'll be very happy and pleased, and she's going to produce all the plants and food, etc. So Janak Maharaj is Kshatriya, he is not a farmer. This is this task of Vaishya community, those are business community, farmer community. But because Janak Maharaj, very pious king, he took that plow and he started working on the field. And at one point, his plow got stopped and was not moving further. So he asked his guards, his people, to dig, there is something. And when they started digging, they found on a very beautiful one flower they found a beautiful girl, a baby girl, very effulgent, very effulgent. And to a surprise, who is she? Who is she? She was none other than Sita Devi. Janak Maharaj took that baby girl and kept on his chest. Oh, I think I got blessed with the will of the providence. With the will of the providence, I got blessed with this baby girl. I am going to raise her and nourish her. So Janak Maharaj, he came and gave to his wife, Sunaina. Beautiful. Her eyes were so beautiful, Janak Maharaj's wife. And she raised the question, from where you got this girl? And Janak Maharaj explained that this is how it's all happened. And now we are going to take care of this girl. She said, I am so blessed, I am so happy, I am so blessed to receive this girl, and we are going to raise her so well. In this way, Sita Devi was getting so much attention, love and affection from Shri Janak Maharaj and his wife. And once upon a time, as a young girl, in her childhood, she was playing with other girls, friends, and she threw one ball. Kandu. In Sanskrit, the word is Kandu. She was playing, and the ball went under a big bow, which was Shiv Dhanush, the bow of Lord Shiva, which was being kept by Parshuram in the palace of Janak Maharaj to be preserved there to worship every day. So Janak Maharaj was worshipping this Shiv Dhanush that belongs to Lord Shiva. And this was very, very strong and powerful. Means so much weight that even 400 people cannot lift that bow. It was so powerful. So Sita Devi, when she was playing and her ball went inside the bow, she just lifted like this. She just lifted with her left hand without any efforts. And Janak Maharaj and his wife saw, what is this? We can't lift this. 400 men cannot lift this. How this young tiny girl can lift? That means she is so powerful. She has so much potential and strength. And that day Janak Maharaj took this vow. I am going to marry my daughter to a king who in future can able to lift this bow, not with any other person. He decided, he took this promise. And in this way, they understood the potency, because Sita Devi, she is the potency of the Lord. How Shri Ram or Shri Krishna, how the Lord performed his miraculous pastimes. Without any strength, without any potency, they cannot do anything. Killing demons or lifting Giraj Govardhan, all these beautiful pastimes need a lot of strength. And who's the strength of the Lord? Potency. The potency is personified. Sita Devi of Lord Ram and Radharani of Shri Krishna. See? So therefore, Lord cannot function without his potency. The significance of Sita Devi is so important. And in this way, when she became teenager, Janak Maharaj, he decided, I want to marry my daughter Sita. Therefore he announced all the beautiful, powerful kings, please come to my palace. I'm going to celebrate the wedding of my daughter, and I'm going to give the hand of my daughter to that king who is very powerful and who can lift this bow, Shiva's bow, Shiv Dhanush. Now all the kings came, and they are very much arrogant. They think they are very powerful, but the strength and power is not in arrogance. The strength and power is in humility. Those who are very powerful, those who have talent of any kind, they always keep themselves low profile and humble. This is the beauty of their talent. And if someone is just showing off the talent or showing off the strength without any humility, then this is not called the beauty of that strength. Some people, they are very beautiful, handsome, God gift. They are very musical, or they are very talented in many areas, many arts. But important point is to keep that humility. Otherwise, Kunti Devi said one verse. Kunti Devi said, the attitude, the arrogance of beauty, strength, knowledge, I'm forgetting that verse, takes away all the strength of that person. So don't be proud of that, oh, I'm very beautiful. How long this beauty going to go? When you are young and teenagers, you are very beautiful. And after 60, 65, 70, it's landing. Beauty start landing. Knowledge, strength. But most important is to keep the humble, the humility. But those kings who came to get Sita Devi, to show off their power and strength, they were unable to lift that bow. And when this was happening, Shri Ram and Shri Lakshman, along with their guru, Shri Vishwamitra came to Dasharatha Maharaj and he said, oh Dasharatha Maharaj, I am performing one great yajna to help the masses. But I am getting troubled by the demons. They are throwing stool, urine, blood, all impurities in my yajna. So I am finding failure. And the purpose, the intent of my yajna is to help the masses. So I am here to ask charity. Dasharatha Maharaj said, yes, as much money as you want. Just take. He said, no, I don't need your wealth. I am here to ask your son Ram. Can you send your son Ram so that he can kill all those demons and I'm able to perform those yajnas to help the kingdom. Dasharatha Maharaj was like, by hearing that, oh, a sage, a rishi came to get my son Ram, and I'm so much in love with my son. Dasharatha Maharaj felt so happy. No. I cannot give my Ram. I cannot give my Ram. You can take me. I'm very powerful. I can kill all the demons. But Vishwamitra said, no, Dasharatha Maharaj. I only want your son Ram because he's so talented. He received all those great weapons from Vishwamitra. And no one has ever received those weapons from Vishwamitra, sage Vishwamitra. So only Ram can do this. Dasharatha Maharaj felt so sad. And he said, then can I also go with you? Vishwamitra said, no. Why you want to go? Because I cannot live without my Ram. I cannot live without my Ram. But then Vishwamitra gave advice. Kingdom without king is not a good situation. Enemies can attack on Ayodhya. You have to be there to look after the kingdom. But I'm taking Ram. Dasharatha Maharaj became sad and he said, no, I cannot give. Vishwamitra became very upset and sad. Very upset and angry. It never happened in your dynasty. Never any of your ancestors have ever refused a sage. How dare you can do this? This is not fair. You're putting a black spot in the glories of your dynasty. Vishwamitra sage became very upset. Then the priest, Vaishishtaji, he came forward and he explained to Dasharatha Maharaj, don't make him angry. If he wants to take Ram and Lakshman, send them. The boy is going to learn more and more and get more and more weapons from him. So don't worry, let him go. On the advice of Vashishta, Shridhar Maharaj agreed and he sent Ram and Lakshman. Vishwamitra was performing yajnas. And Shri Ram and Lakshman, they were killing all those demons who were coming to throw those impurities in that yajna. First demon in the pastime of Lord Ram, who was the first demon he killed? No. Who was the first demon Lord Ram killed? Who said? Taraka. Yes. As Shri Krishna he killed. Who's the first demon Shri Krishna killed? Putana. Similarly, in the pastime Lord Ram, he also killed Taraka. Very powerful. She possessed the potential of 10,000 elephants. So, was very powerful. But Shri Ram, with his arrow, he killed Taraka. And many other demons. And therefore, all demons just ran away. And the yajna was not successful. Shri Vishwamitra, he took Ram and Lakshman with him in the forest. And there was a big, huge stone. Vishwamitra said, Ram, place your feet on this stone. Shri Ram said, but why? Vishwamitra said, you're going to see why. And Shri Ram placed his feet on that big, huge stone. And that's after touching the lotus feet of Shri Ram, the stone turned out to a beautiful young lady. Who was? Ahilya. Oh, everyone knows. Ahilya. Who got cursed by her husband, Gautam Rishi. Seeing her inetiquette behavior, I'm not going long into the story. Her husband Gautam cursed, you act in a very inetiquette way, losing all those manners. I curse you, may you become a stone. But then she lamented a lot. And she prayed a lot. How am I going to get delivered? How am I going to get delivered? Then Gautam Rishi said, only when Lord Ram will place his lotus feet on you, then you get delivered. But when Lord Ram going to come? They said, Dwapar Yuga. She said, oh, for that long I have to be, stay as a stone? Can you please help me, oh my husband, Gautam Rishi? Gautam Rishi said, okay. Then I give a blessing. I will change the course of the Yuga. After Satya Yuga is supposed to be Dwapar. And then comes Treta. And then comes Kali Yuga. But to see the potency of the sage, he changed the Yuga. Treta will come first and Dwapar will come later. So powerful sages. See? Like sage August Rishi. He swallowed 7 oceans. Like I can't drink 7 cups of water at one time. He swallowed 7 oceans. So much powerful. From where they getting these potencies? By performing austerities. The greatest wealth of the sage is austerities. And it's for all devotees. It's not just for the sages in the past. If we perform any austerity, if we take some vrata, we always going to get so many benedictions by performing those vratas, means those promises. Take any promise. Let's say, I'm not going to get married. There's one promise. Many kinds. I'm only going to eat once a day. I'm going to chant every day. This is the best and simple. I'm going to chant every day no matter what happens. I'm going to chant 10 rounds, 16 rounds. Every single day of my life, even if I'm dying, even if I'm sick or whatever so, I'm not going to leave this. This is kind of vrata. Understand? So if anyone, any individual, devotee, non-devotee, take any kind of vrata, all this gives so much power and strength So in previous ages, those sages, they used to take a vrata, a very strong, strict vow. And therefore so powerful they can swallow 7 oceans. Can you imagine? 7 oceans. Who can drink that? Like Miami is gone.
GPS signal lost.
And then Gautam, sage Gautam, he changed the the sequence. Sorry, he changed the sequence of the yugas. So after Satya Yuga came Treta Yuga, because the Lord Ram will appear in Treta Yuga, and Lord Ram will go in the forest and place his feet on the stone to get delivered. Ahilya get delivered. So Ahilya came forward, and she paid obeisance and asked forgiveness for her mistakes. She lost her chastity, and she asked forgiveness for her mistakes. And in this way, Shri Ram and Lakshman again in the forest, moving around with Vishwamitra, they received one letter from a brahmachari who came from Janak Maharaj. A brahmachari came to sage Vishwamitra that Janak Maharaj is arranging a swayamvar. Swayamvar means? English?
Marriage.
A marriage?
Pre-marriage.
Daughter to choose a
No, that I know, but how to explain in English? A word in English?
Competition. Make a joust.
Like a competition. Yeah. Like a competition, yes, it's true. Because Janak Maharaj invited so many kings. The competition is what? To lift this bow. And who is able to lift this bow is going to get Sita Devi. To get Sita Devi, so many kings came because she's so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. So beautiful. And they were all greedy to get Sita Devi. Then Vishwamitra and Shri Ram and Lakshman, they walked in Janakpur, barefoot, no shoes there. When they entered the arena, the palace of Janak Maharaj, the palace became so effulgent because of the presence of the Lord. So effulgent. The sages, the rishis saw Lord Ram as personified Narayan has appeared. Their worshipable Narayan, because no one is able to detect who Ram is. But the sages, when they saw Ram, they saw, oh, he's Narayan. Then Sita Devi and her girlfriends and her maid servants, they saw Shri Ram, and when they see Shri Ram, they saw, oh, it's personified Cupid. So beautiful, handsome person. And those kings, everyone saw Ram according to their own feelings and emotions. Those kings saw, even though he's young teenager, but he's strong like thunderbolt. They saw Ram like that. Shri Ram Lakshman entered in, all the kings looking at Ram. How handsome. He's young, teenager, soft, and he's carrying bow and arrow. Aren't they Kshatriyas or what? And who are they? Everyone was just wondering. So when Vishwamitra walked in, all sages along with King Janak Maharaj, they all stood up because great sage Vishwamitra came. When they all stood up, Janak Maharaj gave a raised platform, a seat to Vishwamitra to sit. And Vishwamitra told his disciples, Ram and Lakshman, to sit next to them. And there was an objection amongst all the kings. Why these two young ones have to sit on a higher platform? Why we are sitting? See, so much arrogance. This is called arrogance. No humility. So raise objection. Why we are sitting below and they are sitting up? Janak Maharaj, because he is very intellectual, he answered them. It's not about higher and lower position. It's about their disciples of their Guru. And wherever Guru is situated, disciples are always present with them to serve Shri Guru. And that's why they're sitting next to him. Then king said, oh, okay, now we got the point. No intelligence. Very proud of their strength. And in this way, Janak Maharaj says, okay, so now I announce, anyone, everyone come forward and lift this bow. And those kings were like very dramatic. They are doing like this. Who can be? I'm very powerful. You see my muscles? And they coming forward, touching their mustache, raising high. This is like a Kshatriya mood. You can do this?
No. 1 month.
And what to speak of? And no respect, no regard to anyone. Arrogance. They try to lift that bow. What about to lift the bow? They can't even shake it. And many of them, they were falling. They're getting like an electric shock and they're falling on the ground. With all the crowns falling on the ground. And every other kings were mocking and laughing on them. It became like a very humorous show, a laughter show. In this way, it became failure. The entire competition got failure. No one able to lift this bow. Oh, Janak Maharaj, tears in his eyes, crying and weeping. And he stood up and he said, I'm so sad, my heart broken today to see there's not one powerful Kshatriya, a warrior, left on this planet Earth. Everyone is coward. I'm very sad to see this. My heart is breaking today. How my Sita is going to get married? My daughter, why I took this promise, this vow? I'm lamenting today. No one Kshatriya left on the planet today. And all the kings, they shook their head now. Very embarrassed. See? So embarrassed. They can't do this. And when Janak Maharaj said this, Lakshman stood up. Lakshman is very angry style. Anyone pointing out to Ram, Shri Ram is not saying any single word. He's very humble, very grave. He hears any kind of critics, he don't react on that. But Lakshman, being the younger brother, he can't bear any words of accusation if it goes to his brother Ram. And Janak Maharaj said what? Today, not one Kshatriya left on this planet Earth. And Lakshman stood up and he said, how dare you can say this? Janak Maharaj, take your words back. In this assembly, when my elder brother Shri Ram is sitting here, you cannot say these words. You don't know the potency and strength of my brother Ram. What to speak of lifting this bow? He can lift the entire universe like this.
Yeah.
Lakshman is so angry, rage and anger. And Shri Ram consoled him. Lakshman, sit down. Be sober. Don't be angry. Lakshman, by receiving the order of Shri Ram, he sat there. And Sita Devi is looking in the eyes of Shri Ram. There was a subtle veil in between Sita Devi. But she looked in the eyes of Ram and she spoke something. Sometimes words are not enough. Even eyes speaks better than words. Sita Devi told, requesting Shri Ram, why are you delaying? I'm so scared. I don't want any king to come and lift this bow because I only belongs to you. Please come forward. Why are you delaying? Please come. And lifting this bow is not difficult for you. This is what Sita Devi is saying with her eyes. And Ram replied back, I cannot. Because I am with my Gurudev. I am his disciple. Unless my Guru, my spiritual master, order me, I can't take any independent decision. I am submissive to him. If he allows me, if he give me permission, or if he order me, then I can do this. And this was happening, what you call eye talks. When this was happening, Vishwamitra told Ram, get up. I want you to go and lift this bow. Hey, don't play with it. Please, I'm getting distracted. What I said?
Yes. I want you to go and let this go.
Yes. Everyone is attentive. So then, Shri Ram stood up. Bless you. Shri Ram stood up and he first of all paid obeisances to his spiritual master, Vishwamitra. See, so much humble. Then he paid obeisances to all the sages present there in the assembly. Then he came to Janak Maharaj and paid obeisances to him. And then he came a level down and he gave respect and regards to all the kings present there. And what kings are whispering, gossiping? He can't do this. We are so powerful. If we can't do this, how he can? I think because he's very young, he needs blessings from all of us. Okay, we are blessing him. But Shri Ram is just showing his humility. He is giving regard and respect to all the kings present because he is representing his father, Dasharatha Maharaj and Prince of Ayodhya. Then he came to the bow and he did parikrama 4 times and he gave regard to Shiva. Not worshipping Shiva there, but just giving respect and regard because Shiva is very close to Lord Rama. The sweet relationship between Lord and his devotee. Shiva always chant the name of Ram on his beads, Rudraksha beads. Ram, 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 Ram. And he is so much dedicated and surrendered to Lord Ram. And similarly, Shri Ram loves his devotees. So it's just like a human-like pastime, Nar Leela. And that's why Shri Ram, he gave a regard to Shiva and paid obeisances to the bow. Understand? Everyone was so impressed to see the humility of this young prince. So humble. And now Shri Ram, with his left hand, he lifted the bow like this. Like an elephant, without any efforts and endeavors, he lifted the lotus from the pond. Any efforts? If elephant taking a lotus from the pond, Shri Ram just lifted bow like this. And then he broke that bow. And all the kings were surprised to see, what is this? How he can be so powerful? He's so powerful. Janak Maharaj, mixed emotions, tears in his eyes and mild smile on his face. Sita Devi, again, tears in her eyes and mild smile on her face. Yes, finally my beloved have done this. I only wanted to marry Ram. Finally he had done this. And there was so much flower shower on Shri Ram. And in this way, Janak Maharaj, he ordered Sita Devi, Sita, come and place this garland on the neck of Ram. He won you. He got you. Sita Devi, carrying garland in her hands, covered with a veil, because no one can see the face of the princess. And she was moving with her mother and her girlfriends and her maidservants. They all coming in one entourage like this. And she came near to Shri Ram, want to place garland on his neck. As I said this morning, a problem arises there. Ram is tall. Sita Devi is not that tall, she is short. She is waiting for Ram to bow his head down so I can place garland. But Ram has this promise and vowed that my head is only going to bow down to my superiors, to my spiritual masters, not to any regular person. So Ram is standing erect like this. And Sita Devi is praying, can't you just for 1 minute, just for 1 second, keep your head down so I can place garland. She's feeling so embarrassed because she's just holding garland like this. Understanding the situation, Lakshman came forward and he paid flat obeisances, like falling on the ground like a stick. Obeisances to Lord Ram and said, all glories to you, brother, all glories to your brother. Finally you did this. And Ram is saying, Lakshman, what are you doing? And he bent down to lift his brother, to embrace him. So the moment he bent down and had put his head down. Sita Devi immediately placed garland on his neck. She got this chance. And Lakshman did this so that this can be reconciled. Bolo Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai. So the wedding took place. Everyone was so happy. So happy. Sita Devi so happy. Shri Janak Maharaj, all Janakpur, the residents of Janakpur so happy. But all of a sudden, a storm came. Like a hurricane. Big huge storm, sandstorm. And all the kings were wondering, what is this? How come the weather became so bad? It was not the storm, it was the anger, with anger mood. Parshuram, carrying axe in his hands. He came there with so much anger, angry mood. Who break this bow? Who did this? I'm going to kill that person. Hey Janak, I kept this bow to worship, not to play around with the kings here. What do you think you are? I am Parshuram. I am killed Kshatriyas 21 times on this planet earth. Those impious kings and Kshatriyas. Don't you know my potency? Don't you know my strength? I'm here to chastise. Who broke this bow? Tell me. He was so angry. I will kill that person. Shri Ram was very quiet. Lakshman came. Said, oh sage, why are you so angry? Anger is not good. Lakshman is trying to tease him more and more. Gurudev used to explain this pastime so beautifully, especially if it is in Hindi language. It gives so much flavor. Lakshman said, those who are kind sage, saintly person, anger is not good for them. So please, control your anger. Who are you to teach me like this? Don't you know I am Parshuram? He said, you already told 10 times. I learned your name. You only told 10 times. How many times you... Who is this boy? I'm going to kill him. Lakshman said, listen, see, I heard saintly people, they are not attached to anything. Why are you so attached to this bow? Huh? Why are you attached to this bow? You should be very patient. And don't react on this. And what to speak of this bow? We have broken so many bows in our life, in our childhood. This is nothing. You think this is ordinary bow? This is the bow of Shiva. And I kept in the custody of Janak Maharaj to worship, not to play around with your kings like this. Lakshman said, well, Janak Maharaj is a very intellectual person, and whatever he did wisely. Why you are so angry? I want to kill you. Then spiritual master Vishwamitra came forward. He said, oh Parshuram, he is my disciple Lakshman. He is little naughty, so please don't mind his words. Then explain to your disciple how to behave with saintly people. And I am Parshuram. Lakshman said, I heard this many times. Then Shri Ram came forward, humble mood, carrying bow and arrow. I am your offender. O Parshuram, I am your offender. I am the one who did this. If you want to punish me, you can punish me. But we came just as a guest. And this proposal was there. So I just fulfilled that proposal of Janak Maharaj. But if you think I am the offender, you can just kill me. Or you can punish me the way you want. And please don't mind the words of my brother. He's like this from childhood. He always favors me. He can't hear any single word which is against me. And see, you have such a long name, Parshuram. And my name is so short, just Ram. So you can understand who's superior and who's inferior. I'm inferior to you. You are superior because you are Parshuram and I'm only just Ram. Parshuram, who was so much angry, he became very quiet and calm. He said, you are very humble, but teach your younger brother. Explain to him how to behave. And in this way, Shri Ram, who is the origin of, means he is the origin of all the avatars. Parshuram is just one of his Shaktavesh avatar. So Shri Ram took all the potency of Parshuram in him. Shaktavesh means when Lord invests his potency in a very special jiva, not ordinary jivas like us, the conditioned souls, but those who are liberated souls. When Lord invests his potency in liberated soul, is called Shaktavesh avatar. And whenever it is required, Lord takes his potency back. So Lord took the potency back from Parshuram, and Parshuram became a very simple ordinary person. And therefore then he became humble, and he said, please forgive me for my arrogance, for my anger. And in this way, the wedding was successful. Bolo Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai. There is no limit on Ramayana. I can go 7 days and 7 nights. Such a beautiful pastime, and there's so many great lessons in the pastimes of Sri Ram and Sri Sita. But because today is the appearance day of Sita Devi, we just touched some important points here. The other important point is, when Sita Devi got married, she came to Ayodhya as daughter-in-law of Dasharatha Maharaj and his queens, Mother Kaushalya, Mother Kaikeyi, and Mother Sumitra. How many queens? How many wives Dasharatha Maharaj had?
360.
360. Not just 3. Very good answer. 360 queens. But prominent were 3. So they were waiting for Sita to arrive. And when they saw the beauty of Sita Devi, the mothers became so happy. She's so beautiful. They said, Sita, you're more beautiful than our Ram. But what happened? Dasharatha Maharaj, he sent Ram to exile. So long story, I'm cutting short. Dasharatha Maharaj, one time in temple, Dilip ji, in temple I will speak Ram Leela in detail for like 5 days or 7 days. Just Ram Katha. Yeah? Dasharatha Maharaj sent Lord Ram to exile for 40 years. And it was just for him. But Sita Devi, she said, I cannot live without my beloved Ram. Everyone was stopping Sita Devi. Forest is not a good place. There's so many demons. You'll not get any comforts. There are no maid servants there. So it is not for you, it is only for Ram. But Sita Devi said, because I love my husband, because I love my beloved Ram, I can't live without him. I have to go with him. I don't want any comforts. I don't want any luxuries. I don't want any ornaments. My only and only ornament and my love is Ram. She renounced everything, all her ornaments. She gave up all her ornaments. She dressed very simple and she went with Ram to the forest. Not caring for any comforts there. And she was in pain in the forest. How come pain? When she get pierced with any thorn in the forest, then the question arises, who's going to take out the thorn from the lotus feet of Sita Devi? Because according to etiquette, I don't know how many can understand this, Lakshman, being brother-in-law, cannot touch the feet of Sita Devi. And she will not allow her beloved Ram to touch her feet. This is a Vedic Maryada, a Vedic system that wife can touch the feet of husband, husband cannot touch the feet of wife. This is Maryada, etiquette, from the Vedic system and Vedic rituals. So, she was taking all those sufferings and pains, but because of her love for Ram. Because love means sacrifice. And love is sacrifice. Love needs sacrifice and love is sacrifice. It's not only Sita Devi, even Sri Ram sacrificing so much. It's not that Sri Ram banished Sita Devi or rejected her. It's the king of Ayodhya, Ram. As a king, as a profile, as a king, he rejected Sita Devi, but not Ram as the husband of Sita Devi rejected. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's different profile. Ram is so much in love with Sita Devi. And he has taken this vow, this promise, I'm not going to accept any other wife except Sita Devi. Otherwise, kings, Kshatriyas, they're allowed to marry as many queens as they can. It's allowed in the Shastras. Like Dasharatha Maharaj had 360 wives. Krishna in Dwarika, how many wives?
16,000.
Inconceivable. 16,108 queens. And one character in Srimad Bhagavatam, Chitraketu Maharaj. How many wives he had? 10 million wives. 10 million. How is that possible? Scratching. But Shri Ram followed this Maryada. I'm not going to marry anyone else. Only Sita. Sacrifice, right? Otherwise, so many proposals came to him. So many proposals came to Shri Ram. But he never accepted those because his love for only and only Sita Devi. And Sita Devi love is only for Shri Ram. I'm just speaking of few pastimes because I cannot go with all sequence, otherwise Ram Lila is so elaborate. Ravan kidnapped Sita Devi, but Ravan was not able to kidnap the original Sita Devi, means the potency of Ram. Ravan was only able to kidnap the Chaya, the shadow Sita. Understand? No demigod and no demon can ever touch the associate of Lord. They can't. They have no access. Whenever they try to do so, the Yog Maya potency, the internal potency of the Lord, they hide the associates with them and they manifest the shadow ones. So Sita Devi was also like this. The original Sita Devi, the potency of Lord Ram, was been kept by Shri Yogamaya Devi, and the manifestation, the shadow, you know, when you stand under sun, your shadow falls on the ground, right? So your shadow is not different from you. It's not someone else's shadow, it's your shadow. But your shadow is not you. Understand? But its shadow is yours. So Yogamaya, she manifested shadow Sita. And Ravan was only able to kidnap the shadow one. And Sita Devi was in Lanka, in Ashok Vatika. Vatika means garden. And the name of that garden is Ashok. Ashok means where there is no lamentation. Shok means lamenting. Ashok means no lamentation. And what Sita Devi was doing there? She was crying and weeping and chanting Ram, 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 Ram. So why is she crying? Why is she weeping? Chanting Ram, Ram, Ram all the time. And there Shri Ram was also very restless in Ayodhya. It's not that only Sita Devi has love. Ram has so much love for Sita too. And Ram was chanting Sita, Sita, Sita. What is so difficult for the Lord to accomplish? He can make impossible possible. What is there to accomplish? Difficult for to accomplish. Huh? But this is a beauty of the past times. This is called past times, not time pass. This is the pastime of the Lord. Or we can say in simple ordinary words, this is a drama. And for that reason, they come from the spiritual abode, the transcendental abode, to this material planet. To exhibit, to expand these pastimes, to show to the world what is the definition of prem and love. What is the meaning of love? It's so easy to say love you. But the gravity to say this and valuing that is very important. Shri Ram crying and weeping for and calling out Sita, Sita, Sita all day and night. And there Sita Devi in that garden which is called no lamentation, she is weeping and crying and calling out Ram, 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 Ram. Isn't she was lamenting there? No. This is called a very special flavor. Vipralambha. Vipralambha means relishing the mood of separation. When there is separation, there is so much joy. Means there is so much remembrance of one's loved ones. In meeting, in union, there is love, but it gets little dormant. For example, husband and wife staying together for years and years. There is love between them, but it becomes very regular, dormant. Moment husband is a newly married couple. For example, after wedding, after 1 week, husband got assignment. You have to go to Australia for 5 years to finish this project. And the wife said, no, don't go. We just got married. Yeah. We were so happy in Costa Rica. Now we have to go Australia, 5 years, newly married couple. No, please don't go, I can't live without you. Husband said, what to do? I have this project, I can't give up, otherwise I have no work. And he left to Australia. Just one example. And what's happening between them? She's going to weep and cry. When are you coming back? I said, it's just 1 day past. I have to stay 5 years. No, 1 day appears to be like 1 yuga. 1 age has passed. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. And they're both feeling so much separation. And this separation, what's happening? This separation enhances that love. Understand? Similarly, Sita and Ram got separation. Separation for enjoying, relishing the taste of being separation, because the love enhances more and more when there is separation. This is a straight formula. Love enhances more when there is separation. And it gets regular and dormant when there is no separation. Okay, I'll give you an example. Suppose some hot drinks. Many people drink coffee, tea, or soup. There is no any taste or relishment if it gets cold. Yes? When it's hot and taking sip by sip, it gives so much flavor, it gives so much relishment. So separation is also like that. It looks like a sad mood. From material perspective, yes. But from spiritual perspective, it is not sad. They relish this. They taste this. Otherwise, who is Rama? Who can kidnap Sita Devi like this? It's the desire of Lord Himself to create this pastime, to relish this special flavor. And therefore, many proposals came to Shri Ram. He didn't accept any of them. Because he only waiting for Sita. And therefore, how much to say? Shri Ram, he went to Lanka, took help and support of the monkeys, and Hanuman, Sugriv, Vibhishan, and he killed Ravan, and he brought Sita back. A test was been done, if Sita is chaste or not, because Sita Devi was in his enemy camp, if she is chaste or not, and therefore she has to go through fire to prove her chastity. Prove her chastity. But it was, no fire can touch the potency Sita Devi. Actually, when Sita Devi entered in fire, the Yog Maya potency, who kept the original Sita hidden, she manifested the original Sita back to Ram. And in this way, Shri Ram took Sita and other associates, and they came back to Ayodhya. Bolo Siyavar Ramchandra ki jai, Sita Devi ki jai, Shri Ramchandra ki jai, Sita Navami ki jai, Shri Janwar Devi ki jai, Shri Madhu Pandit ki jai, Gaur Premanande. One Kirtan?
Jai.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम। सीताराम 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 सीताराम
जय